Happy New Year and welcome back to Shaun Spins. I'm your host, Shaun. Got a different record to review today. There's a pile here, so let's get to the bottom of what we're doing here. Well, this is a good one. Young Marble Giants. Are we doing this one? No? That's a good one, no. Why can't we do this one? This is pretty rare. No. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, Frank Black, Teenager of the Year. Good album. Good album. We're not doing it? Yeah, okay. Put that one down. Whoa, look at this. Operation Ivy. No, this is a good one, man. It's got the lyric sheet in it too. Come on. We're not doing this one? Another time? Okay. You said the next one in the pile we're doing? What do we got? Oh, no. Debbie Gibson, Lost in Your Eyes. And it has a protective case. I don't want to do this one. No. First of all, it's a 7-inch. The second of all, no, this is not a rare album. No, I'm pretty sure they sold like 1 billion of these. And if you would have asked me like 30 years ago plus, I might have reviewed it then. But we'll save this one for a rainy day, okay? There's one more in the pile. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. This one we're doing. We'll do this one. No, you're not going to stop me. We're doing this one. This is the new Art Alexakis Sun Songs. So let's get started. Let's do a little bit of the history of the band Everclear before we get into the vinyl. Here we go. Everclear has been around for a hot minute. In the early 90s, it was a 3-piece band, and it's changed multiple times. One of the things I love about Everclear is just how honest the music is. You know, listening to the music, Art is just pouring his soul out into it, and it's very powerful. Now, for things I own for Everclear, I only have the first 3, and I have them on CD. It's one of those groups I'd like to have more. You know, at the time, though, I just couldn't afford to get everything. Kind of like a band like REM. I only have a few things from REM, like a cassette tape, 1 record, and I think 2 CDs. Same thing with Radiohead. I only have 1 or 2 things from, maybe 1 thing from Radiohead. So for Everclear, I mean, here's the first album on CD, World of Noise. This is actually on TK Records. I saw a new one of this on Amazon for $42. You talk about a serious investment, $42 for a CD. It's okay. Not one of my favorite from them. The next 2 are actually my favorite. So here's the one that really took off for them. It had Santa Monica on it. This is Sparkle and Fade. This is the inside of it. I really like Sparkle and Fade. This, to me, it's just such an honest album and very powerful, talking about relationships and just talking about life and what Art had gone through. And, you know, a song like Strawberry, just very powerful stuff. And this is the 3rd album I have. It's one of the only albums I actually have with the slipcover. I usually throw these slipcovers out, but it's actually, the slipcover is different than the album, so I kept it. And both of these albums, the second one and the 3rd one, I got for like real cheap, like 20-something years ago, maybe for like $1. I actually remember buying this, and I think it had like a sticker here that said $1. And this was like around 2000, but this is a great album. Again, just such an honest album. I related to this album a lot. And just his honesty is just so refreshing. And the way he talks about just talking about life. And it's refreshing to hear. You can tell that someone is not sitting around writing this stuff for him to sing. Like, this is coming deep from in his soul. Well, I actually got the opportunity to meet Art. I was in an airport a couple years ago, and I saw him sitting, and I wanted to go up to him and thank him, you know, just for being like a big part in my life and just to help me in life. Like, a lot of times you might be feeling sad, you put this on, like a song like I Will Buy You a New Life. Man, do I relate to that song. Just so much of this stuff I related to. So I had my sketchbook with me. And I went up to him and I said, "Do you mind if I sit next to you?" And he's like, "Yeah." We talked for a little bit and I asked him to sign my sketchbook. I remember he kind of looked through my sketchbook and had that expression like when someone looked through Daniel Johnston's artwork and might have a kind of expression of, oh. And so I have a signature here from him. Let's find it really quick. There it is. It says to Shaun and then his name next to one of my drawings. So this is another thing I have from Everclear. Super nice, super friendly, and I just told him how much his music meant to me and how much it helped me. And he spoke to me about being diagnosed with MS. And we spoke for a little bit, and he looked at me and said, you know, everybody's got something they have to deal with. And that really stuck with me, that we all have something that we're dealing with. And I thought it was, it was a real powerful thing he said. Well, let's get into his first solo record. Well, there it is. This is Art Alexakis. First solo album, Sun Songs. And I have to say, this has to be the best new album I've heard in years. I have it on just the regular black vinyl. Came with a download too, I remember when I bought it. I bought this online, and the download, I believe, came from Amazon. I got this on Amazon, I think, for like $7. They had it on color vinyl too. It was like lemon yellow or cherry red, something like that, and it was a lot more money. It was like $7 though, $7. I don't remember the last time I got a new thing of music for $7. It must have been a cassette, 25 years ago. I'll talk a little bit about the art. The front of it is a landscape from California. I still think of Everclear as a Portland-based band. It's kind of strange to think of them as a California band, or Art. This is Art's record as a California band. It's got this little motif on the bottom, an old school kind of 360 stereo sound. And the Tim Kerr first album had something similar on it. A lot of these warm colors in here, orange, red cherry, carries over to the back with a picture of Art and the songs listed. It's also a gatefold, which is kind of interesting because it's just a single record. One side is the lyrics, which are incredibly hard to read, being condensed and being lemon yellow. And then it's got a black and white solo shot of Art right here. It's kind of got this aged look to it, which I could have took it or, take it or leave it kind of deal. Because over time these age on their own. I always find it amazing that I take care of the records, yet they're always banged up for some reason, the sleeves. I'm like, I don't know what happens in these bookcases. Like, must be some kind of record thing that comes at night and creates creases and puts little marks on the sleeves. Again, this has to be some of the most honest music you can hear. And it's beautiful. It comes right from his heart. Just like those first 3 albums I have. He's very honest. Very, very honest. He talks about his MS in here too with the hot water test. And they actually did a video for it, which is quite powerful. I am utterly shocked that there's not a lot more views on the video. Because as I said, this is so powerful. Talking about his family, talking about life, talking about people in general and things they're striving for in life. It's just an amazing album. I only have 2 complaints about the album. One is a song using this effect that's kind of like a megaphone. Seems like a lot of bands were doing that for a while, and I have never been a big fan of that. It just kind of has this weird artificial feel. Like I know you're in a studio singing. You don't have to pretend to have another voice. I'll put a little sample here to do. And then, like I said, the other complaint too is just how this has really not got out there. Like when I saw the video online and was listening to it too, like the amount of views, I was kind of shocked. I'll show a screenshot of that. I really can't explain how, like, here's the screenshot of the hot water test video. First of all, there's like under 600 subscribers. Second of all, there's under 11,000 views. We got some music out there that comes out and it might just be just awful. And within a day, it gets like 1 million views. And here is some of the most honest music I've heard in years. And Art has been doing this forever, just having just great music come out. Someone in the comment section, just for the audio version of this song, wrote, I had the absolute privilege of meeting this inspirational man during the Songs and Stories tour, and his honest vulnerability was so clear. It was like meeting an old friend rather than a rock star. This song is no exception to the Art Alexakis vulnerability test. And it's true. The song is amazing. The album is amazing. And it's a shame that it's not getting out there. It's just an amazing album. Now, as I said earlier, here is my only complaint. You know, this kind of megaphone sound in the one song, Orange.
He met a punk rock girl at an
That has to be probably my only complaint about that album, that megaphone kind of sound in the song Orange in the beginning. And then it goes to regular vocals. And man, a lot of bands were messing with that effect. I'd rather mess with something like In Reverse. Or I might even just slow the vocal down.
And get some really interesting effects from that.
It's just something about that megaphone thing that always throws me off. But if that's my one complaint, that's not a lot. And I've had other albums probably in the past that it probably is a quarter of the album or half the album. Like, oh, but this one, it's a really good album. Well, here's my final thoughts on Art Alexakis' first solo album, Sun Songs. I think everybody should get it. This, to me, is one of those albums, like I have a list of albums for new guitar players. I feel like guitar stores, when you buy a new guitar or you're a new guitar player, they go, here you go. And they send you home with like 5 or 6 albums and like, this will change your life. Great for singer-songwriters. Great just for life. It's just such an honest take on life, and it just tells a great story. I really hope this album catches on. It's just a beautiful, beautiful record. Talking about his family, talking about life, talking about what he's going through, like with the hot water test. Really goes back to what he said to me, like everybody's got something they're dealing with. Just a beautiful person, not afraid to talk about what's going on with himself. And as noted in the first 3 CDs I have from Everclear, same idea, just not being afraid, just going out there and like, this is who I am. Like, it's powerful. It's out there. He's not hiding. So I really recommend it, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I've been enjoying it now for like the last 6-7 months I've been listening to it. It's probably going to be one of these records that I completely wear out. Yeah, it's great. Well, until next time, everybody take care and be safe.